Just a reminder that these videos are made for adult doll collectors or adults buying dolls for others. This is not a video for children. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you very much for listening.
Hello Internet! My name is Kelsey and welcome back to my closet. So, you may notice that something looks a little different back here. That is the result of one of my cats. So you may have seen Alfie in here a couple times. This isn't his fault. He has a brother who looks almost identical to him and just has more spots on his markings, so his name is Spotty. Somehow, somebody opened the closet door while I wasn't home. Spotty came in and decided to jump on the doll shelves behind me, and the weight of him pulled them off the wall. So, as you can see, there's a couple of holes in the wall from where that happened. I tried to put the upper shelf back on, but I couldn't get it back on for whatever reason, so I bought some shelf brackets from Amazon. They're on their way. I will be fixing everything back to the way it was before soon. You may also notice that I didn't do a top 10 or whatever dolls of 2024 when I normally would on New Year's Eve. So, that's another one. Here's the story. Did you guys hear that? Anyway, halfway through last year, I started filming on my phone because the camcorder that I was using, the charging wire broke and I can't charge the camera. The battery doesn't hold, so couldn't use the camera anymore. So I switched to my phone. And that's been working okay for the most part, but recently I've been having an issue where my phone starts to overheat if I do a super long video. So I was like, I really liked having the camcorder. I'm not super thrilled with my setup where I have to look down at my laptop screen to actually see what's going on. Maybe I should just get another camcorder. So I decided to buy a camcorder from Walmart. It's my fault for trying to go for a cheaper option because I brought it home, set it up, everything seemed to be going good. There were 3 major issues. I filmed 2 videos, so this video was already supposed to be filmed. It already was filmed, and I didn't decide to scrap it until I watched back the footage. So there's 3 problems. 1, the autofocus was out of control. I could not get it to just autofocus and stay. It just kept going in and out and in and out like it was having a freak out. 2, the video quality in general was not very good. It was supposed to be HD, like 4K, and it definitely was not. And then 3, because I could have overlooked the other 2 things just to get the video out, the sound quality was awful. I was like, forget it, I cannot post this video. It's gonna look like crap, sound like crap, and just be crap. I scrapped that, I returned the camcorder, and I'm still trying to find another one. So I'm back to my phone for now. I'm gonna try not to make this video too long so that my phone doesn't overheat, because I want to get this done and post it for the new year. It's gonna be a little bit different. I am doing a sort of segmented categories of doll types because I didn't buy a whole lot of dolls this year. To cut it down to only 10, it was going to be mainly Monster High, and I wanted to include everything that I had bought. So I broke it up into 3 groups. We have the Gimmick dolls, the regular fashion dolls, and the collector's dolls. That's how we're going to do it. So we're going to go over a little bit of everything that I bought this year. Plus, there were a couple of things in my original filming that I had made a video of with the camcorder. That was supposed to come out first, and then the top 10 video. And since I scrapped all that footage, we're gonna do some mini quick reviews in between for 2 things. Also, I should mention the rules here. So usually when I do these, it has to be a doll that came out in the year that I'm doing it for, so it has to be one released in 2024. Also, I tend to stick to the dolls that I actually made videos about, which is why I'm gonna throw in those mini reviews in here because I was supposed to have a video for 2 of these things. And also, doing the categories, I think it makes it a little more fair to compare like the fashion dolls to the fashion dolls versus a playline doll to a collector doll, you know what I mean? And of course, these are my personal opinions, so if you disagree, that's totally fine. I wholeheartedly welcome any disagreements just as long as we're all respectful, which you guys always are. I have a very excellent subscriber base, polite and kind and nice people that are never super rude in the comments, so I really appreciate that from you guys. Let us start with the gimmick category. And when I say gimmick, I'm mostly referring to like either an unboxing gimmick or a gimmick that is kind of the central feature of the doll, or something that, you know, it's a doll that doesn't really meet the regular fashion doll qualifications like scale or, you know, hair or clothes. Also, the other thing is, when I originally made this video, I had a piece of paper with my lists on it, so I wouldn't forget the order. Now I totally forgot the order, so some of these things might not be in the order that I originally intended them because I threw the piece of paper away thinking I wasn't gonna need it anymore. That's my bad. But I remember what was definitely at the bottom of this category, and that is made to order cup of style from Just Play. Not for the aesthetics of the dolls, not even for the fact that they don't have fully fabric outfits or real hair or anything. It was the unboxing gimmick itself that really just destroyed my opinion on these dolls. Because I like them, I'm glad that I got them, but if you watched my video, the whole thing with putting the hot water in with the soupy, it's supposed to be like ramen soup, but it does not work the way they wanted it to. If your water is not the right temperature, you're going to have a disgusting boogery mess of half dissolved paper that gets stuck in these rubbery noodle hairs. It was gross. I would never suggest anyone to do that unboxing. It was, no, just stay away. Don't even, just stay away. But the dolls themselves are actually pretty cute. I mean, we've got big heads, like anime style. There's a lot of Japanese influence because they're supposed to be based on ramen. I really like the aesthetics of them, and if I ever got more, I would just open the package and not do the water thing. I only did it, you know, because you have to do that for a review. But I do like them. I think they're cute, and I would like to see more of them. All right, so after that we have, I don't have them right now because I haven't put away my Christmas decorations yet, and usually the way that it is, anything that's on the dresser gets put in the box that my Christmas decorations would go in, so I could put the Christmas decorations up. And I did take all the Monster High dolls and put them in here so I could do this video, but I forgot to put the Yummyland dolls in the closet for this video. So here's, you know, the two Yummyland larger dolls that I got this year. They are the next one on the gimmick list. I like them. They're really cute. I did not like the lip gloss. I thought that it was really cheap compared to other kid lip glosses. Like the one that came with the mini doll was really watery, and then the one that came with the bigger dolls actually burned on my lips, and I don't know if that was just me having an allergic reaction, but not a great sign. And the dolls themselves, they're cute. They have real hair, which is nice, but they are a little unwieldy. They have kind of the same problem as Na 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 dolls, where they are hard to stand. Like, they can stand, but they're not super steady on their feet, I've found. You know, they're very big. You can't, unless you have a lot of space, you can't collect a lot of them. They take up a lot of space. And that's fine. I think they're great for kids. I think they would be good travel dolls because they have the plastic clothes that would be easy to wipe clean, but they're not super appealing in the adult collector market, I don't think. I would say it's worth it if you like the design of one of them to get one of them, but overall, not too bad. I know they're not really marketed towards us adult collectors, so I'm not gonna be super harsh on them. Alright, so number 2 on the gimmick list is Pixlings. And this is one of the dolls that I was supposed to be making a video about before making this video. So the video that I was making was an Amazon haul. I had gotten a bunch of stuff on Black Friday, and then this doll also came before I made that video, so I said I'll just throw her in and we'll do a whole Amazon haul. It was supposed to be her, the number 1 thing on the gimmick list, Scared Ice Island Draculaura that I got, who is super adorable, and the Monster High Polly Pocket, because she and this were 50% off. The Disney Mini Brands Advent Calendar was 50% off, which you saw all my reactions to that, so, you know, but I was part of that haul. I bought one other thing at full price, and then, like I said, she came out, and so I bought her. So this is Howlexa, one of the newer Pixlings. She's just a regular Pixling, not a special edition or anything, and I just really loved her celestial aesthetic. She's supposed to be like a wolf character, so, and of course she's purple. Just look at her. She is so so pretty. Of course, she has tinsel in her hair, but her hair is still the nice, pretty nylon. And she has such nice eyes. Oh my gosh. The eyes on the pixelings definitely seem like they've gotten better since they started. I love the designs on her face as well. And then we have this galaxy print outfit. She's got molded on sleeves, molded on little gloves. This tool piece that has hollow foil stars. It's an asymmetrical overskirt here. And then she's got these cool strappy shoes that have stars molded. They're kind of pearlescent. Her legs are like a pearlescent purple with embedded glitter. I just really, really liked her. Her and Angelica, who was the special edition holiday pixeling for this year, are number 2 on the gimmick list. They don't fit normal fashion doll scale. I probably, if I had the money to pay out for a Supreme pixeling, then she probably would have possibly made it onto this gimmick side a little bit above them, because even though that's a fashion doll size, I definitely count that as a gimmick doll because of the freaking mirror. And if you notice, none of them have really sold and they're already reducing the price on them. So I think Moose has kind of figured out that that was a really bad call, putting a $20 doll in a $60 piece of electronic plastic, but I digress. But yeah, these two, you know, I put them second because while they are super adorable and there are a lot of really great details on the pixelings, they're still mini dolls. And the whole potion thing, it's cool. Like, I've never had a problem with it, like being messy or anything, but now it's starting to get old because every single pixeling comes in the same potion bottle with the same potion ingredients and the same routine. So if you're a kid too, I'm sure you're getting tired of it, that every time you want to get another one of these, it's like the same process. I think it's time to change whatever potion or magic they want to do for this line, if they want to continue to make these. When I opened her in my original filming of that Amazon haul, I just pulled her right out. I didn't bother with the potion. But I do love the pixelings. I'll always have a soft spot for them because of their cute fantasy aesthetics and the quality of them for mini dolls. And the number one thing on the gimmick list, which, like I said, we didn't get to see the full review of, but it's this Barbie pop reveal from the new Shake series. Now, I bought her full price because she had just come out around Black Friday. She's just so cute. I adore this face sculpt. She reminds me of somebody that I know, but I cannot put my finger on it. I don't know if it's a celebrity or if it's somebody I know just in real life, but I love her face. It is so cute. But on top of that, I was very surprised about her articulation. So, first of all, this is what she came in. It's a boba tea shake bottle with a bunny head on top. And inside the top of the bunny head is slime, which I already took out. I did not enjoy the slime. It wasn't pleasant like other slimes that I played with in the past. Right now it's contained in here. You're supposed to like poke the straw through the slime to get out this little straw decoration, which is also a bunny head. And the slime left a sticky residue on my hand, so that's why I didn't like it. And then she was in here and she came with a set of bunny ears on a headband, this squishy, rubbery rabbit plush thing, and then this little cushion, which I guess is supposed to be a bed for the rabbit. And then her shoes and her shorts. They gave these dolls the made-to-move legs. It's so strange because, as you know, you can see she's taller than this container. The reason they did that was because they had to fold her like this in the packaging. She was in this bag like this. And then that was the only way they could get him to fold up like that, was to give him the double jointed legs. So I guess they figured since they already did, they would do the ankle joints as well and the twist at the thigh. And I was just kind of like blown away when I opened her and saw that, because on top of being just a really cute doll as a base doll, and she has saran hair, though it needs a little bit of attention right now, which is great in this color. Like, you would never think they would use saran, but they did. She has made-to-move legs, so she's got all this extra articulation in one of these gimmick dolls that's like the evolution from Barbie Color Reveal. Do you remember the days when Barbie Color Reveal was a hard plastic doll with a wig, and this is what we have now in the year of 2025. I like her shorts too. They have a very 90s look to them. They remind me of something that I would have had in a 90s Barbie fashion pack. And she's got some really cute shoes, but they're not staying on her feet very well. They're like platform sandals, little stars. I like them. And I like her salmon-y and blue color scheme as well, but her face is really the number one reason why I picked her up. But I was very surprised by the articulation, so that's why she's the number one in the gimmick category. But I didn't count her in the regular fashion doll line because she has a molded on swimsuit and, you know, like color change elements and stuff. That's all very gimmicky. But she's so cute. I need a name. So if you have a name for her, that would be great. You put it in the comments, and I definitely want to give her a different outfit. My little bunny girl. All right, and now we have moved on to the regular fashion dolls. So at the bottom of this list is a doll that toes the line between gimmick and regular playline fashion doll. And to think Rainbow High used to dominate these lists. So we have Rosetta from the Rainbow High Sparkle and Shine series. So the reason I didn't put her in the gimmick section is because even though she has the clear legs with the glitter, generally she's supposed to be a regular fashion doll, because this is not something you have to do. It's not part of the unboxing experience. She comes in a regular Rainbow High box. She comes with accessories. She has a regular outfit and regular hair. This is less of a gimmick and more of an odd aesthetic choice. So that's why she's in the regular fashion doll, but she's at the bottom because of the legs. You know, you lose articulation there because of the glitter legs. They have to be one solid piece. And also, while I really like her hair, it's way thinner than what Rainbow High hair used to be. And of course, she doesn't have wrist articulation anymore, so you lose even more articulation. But in general, she's cute. It was okay because she was a new character, so I didn't feel like I was betraying the old spirit of Rainbow High. And I like her clothes. Her clothes are really cute. I love the hoodie, and she has some cute accessories. She has a really nice face, so yeah, she's at the bottom, but I don't hate her. Speaking of Rainbow High though, technically, I did buy 2 Rainbow High dolls in 2024. One of them was not supposed to come until January of 2025, which is where we are now, but she squeaked in shipping and I received her on December 28th, but I'm not including her officially in the lineup here because I didn't review her yet. But I did get Iris Bow from the Creative Crystal line. I will be reviewing her soon. I would assume, just by, you know, my standards, she probably would have been above Rosetta because she doesn't have the missing articulation in her legs, but otherwise, yeah, I can't really speak to it because I didn't fully review her, but I wanted to let you know she won't be included in the 2025 list because she wound up coming out in 2024. So that's your fault. Now you don't get to be on the list. Next up, we have Garden Mysteries Dracula. Oh my god, her hair is out of control. She is towards the bottom. She is the bottom Monster High doll in this category because of her hair. As you can see, it's already getting out of control because it's Polly. And, you know, I had her just laying, you know, in the closet here, waiting for this video to be made. The first time I filmed this, it wasn't even that bad. It's gotten worse. And that possibly could be because of all of the crap that got dumped on her when Spotty destroyed everything in here. But Polly is it's just not a good hair fiber. But on top of that, there were some other criticisms that I had with this particular line. I wasn't a fan of the way they did the lockers. You lose a lot of storage space that you had in the original Skulltimate Secrets lockers. And her first outfit didn't really fit her as Draculaura. This outfit definitely is more to her character. I do love the corset. I love the early 2000s inspiration, the velvet skirt, and her color scheme. I love the way that they did her split dye in pink. It really speaks like spooky Valentine, but yeah. And I also love her face because, I mean, come on, it's Dracula. Look at the rose design on her eyes. Mainly the reason why she's lower down is because her hair is just not doing it for me. I still love her. She's still super pretty. I just need to do something about this. All right, next up, we have a doll line that I wish was doing better, but it doesn't seem like it's going to make it. This is Brooke from the Love Dolls by Far Out Toys. They made the first 4 dolls and the fashion packs, and I haven't heard anything new about them coming out with anything else. It's very disappointing, because I do think that they could have done really well. But anyway, let's talk about Brooke. So there's a couple of things here that I added. This purse is a mini fashion purse. The belt and the sunglasses are also mini fashion, so she did not come with those. But I think that these enhancements kind of add to her aesthetic more. Part of the issue with these dolls is the size, because they're not regular 1/6 scale size. Even Draculaura is taller than her, and she's a shorter Monster High character. That, I think, had something to do with it. They also they haven't been advertised, so I don't think people know about them. And it's a shame, because I really think these are such an upgrade over the Glow Up Girls. The fabric quality is great. I mean, the Glow Up Girls clothes were good too, but the fabric quality that they chose here, the design and construction of the pieces are really great. The other dolls too, they all have a very strong aesthetic that goes with their personality. They came with stands, which was great. They have really nice saran hair and a lot of articulation. She has a chest joint, she has ankle joints, knee joints, you know, she's on the order of a made-to-move body, just without the double joints. They really listened to what was wrong with the Glow Up Girls. They got rid of all the gimmick stuff and focused on just the fashion and the doll themselves. But if you don't advertise, you're not going to sell product. I will say she's not higher on the list for me because I'm not super fond of her face. And faces are usually one of my biggest things on a doll. The face mold is just a little bit weird, and I don't know if it's because of the size or if they just made her jaw a little too pointy. She's not ugly, but not my favorite doll face. I get overlooked that because of all the other great stuff about her. It's just a shame that were not advertised because, like I said, I don't think a lot of people know about them. Next up, here is Core Refresh Cleo. I think she's just really such a huge upgrade from the first Core Cleo. The aesthetic, the gold and blue and black together, it comes together so much better. The color scheme is just wildly, miles and miles above the original Core Cleo. The first Core Cleo, she just had so much going on with, I think those are some of the best Monster High shoes that we've seen yet in G3. She's got the bandages that actually are on her arms. They look like bandages. She doesn't have to wear a jacket to have the bandages. And her face, look at her face. So pretty. I love the dark blue lipstick too. And they gave her saran hair. I'm so glad that I got her. She's definitely the superior Cleo. Now if only we had Welcome Committee Frankie. Welcome Committee Frankie gets an honorary spot on this list as well. Probably towards the top of the regular playline category because they are the best Frankie that's ever been designed. Maybe they'll get to be in the 2025 countdown. Who knows? I hope so. If not, I'm gonna be pissed. I apologize that the lighting has slightly changed, but my phone was overheating. This is why I need a camcorder. But I turned off the phone flashlight after I let the phone cool down, and I'm just using the box light. Let's get back to our list. If you swap the O and the E in Cleo, you will get Chloe from Always Bratz.
Okay, so I don't know what happened right here, but somehow the phone stopped recording for part of Chloe. I mean, when I started editing, I was like, where is this whole chunk? And I can't find it anywhere. So basically what I had said was I really liked that they were doing fresh designs for the Bratz dolls rather than just reproductions. I picked Chloe out of all of them because I had Chloe, that was my first ever Bratz doll, was the second Chloe they ever made, so she's very nostalgic to me, and I really liked all the denim, despite the fact that I always rip Skylar from Rainbow High for having all denim. Oh, and then I was talking about articulation, because then the next clip that was actually recorded started talking about articulation. So that was basically it.
Leg articulation, I can make sacrifices for, but I would much prefer to have arm articulation, so I'm glad that they gave them that. I like the idea that they're making more. I hope they continue to make more. I've kind of got my eye on the new Jade from the Going Out series, but I haven't decided if I'm going to get her or not. Hopefully, we'll see more new playline designs for Bratz in the future. because I'd much rather have that than the reproductions. I don't know. I just don't really feel the need to get the reproductions. I know for some people they're like amazing because you missed out on them and they were so expensive on the secondhand market. That's fine. I just wasn't super interested. But this I'm really interested in. So hopefully, considering the MGA is losing brands one by one with the way that they're going, they will put the extra effort into Bratz. Please. Next up, we have Monsterfest Claudine, and the rest of the Playline doll category is going to be Monster High dolls. This is the first Claudine that I got, the only Claudine I've ever really liked besides the Monster Ball one, but I liked her even better because of her celestial aesthetic and the purple hair. She is so gorgeous. I love her face too. Look at the little gold shiny makeup on her face. Monsterfest was such a great line. Frankie, I wasn't super thrilled with their design, and Draculaura's was very basic, but she came with the truck, so I guess that's why they didn't put as much into her outfit. But Claudine, Cleo, and Laguna had really great designs. But I went with Claudine in the end because, like I said, I didn't have a Claudine yet. I was looking for one that I would like because I'm not really into animal print and they really heavily focus on that for her. But this one finally won out for me. Just look at this hair. Oh, I love this color. It's such a nice, rich purple. And I love, again, the celestial elements. So she's got constellations on her sleeves and her skirt. And the fur, that's another thing I'm not super thrilled with usually, but they made it tasteful. She's not covered in fur. It's just the little trims here and there. So really, really like her. Glad I was able to add a Claudine into my Monster High collection. This is my favorite Claudine that they've done so far. Next up, we have another character that I introduced into the collection, Twyla from Fearbook. And this, I feel, is the best Twyla they've done so far. Firstly, because of her face. She doesn't have that, like, giant-eyed face that the Creepover and the Skulltimate Secrets Twyla had. I don't know. They just, for some reason, her face up in the other dolls has not been as nice. But this one just really worked for me. She just looks a little fiercer, and I like that, you know? She's a monster. She's like the boogeyman's daughter. She should be a little fierce looking. And then, of course, I love her little librarian dress, the shoes with the swirls and everything. They're very whimsical, very Alice in Wonderland. Her color scheme overall with the teal and the purple is very pretty. And then, of course, the little board game that she came with, like the D&D board game, that was so adorable. So I was very glad, again, to add a new character in Twyla. But I didn't just get Twyla from Fearbook. I also got Draculaura, and truthfully, she is above Twyla simply for biased reasons because she's Draculaura. She's so pretty. I mean, you can't beat Draculaura in my head. Except for one doll, but, you know, that's only for this year. Usually Draculaura wins. I love this jacket. This Batwing jacket, you know, she's the director in the drama club, and she wants everyone to know that she is in charge. So she's dressing sharp, and yet she still has her classic feminine aesthetic in the outfit that she's wearing underneath with the little hearts and everything. She's got her little director's beret, but yeah, you better listen to her or she's going to smack you with the clapper thing. You may notice, though, that I did change her shoes. So she originally came in like sneaker kind of shoes. I'm still looking for Draculaura's perfect shoes in G3. I have not found them yet. But these are the shoes that Garden Mysteries Draculaura came packaged in. So I decided to give them to her because I just liked them a little bit better than the sneakers. I think they fit her a little bit better. But I gave her sneakers to Neon Frights Draculaura, who I was never fond of those neon hot pink boots. They're just very chunky. The sneakers look a lot better on her. And I gave her the little mesh leg warmer things that Garden Mysteries Draculaura came with. So I think these shoe combinations that I went with are better than their original shoes. So if you've been keeping track, you may notice there's one Monster High doll we haven't touched on yet. And I mean, the reason she's above Draculaura is just because objectively, she is the best G3 Monster High doll I've gotten this year. And that is Jennifer Long, who only just recently came out and made her debut into G3. Personally, I just feel like they just knocked it out of the park for her. I mean, I just did her review not that long ago, so everything's fresh in my mind about her. But she has such amazing colors, like so bold and yet nothing clashes. The way they redesigned her from her original. She doesn't have the scales all over anymore, but they didn't completely get rid of them. She's still got her tail. She's still got the gold elements. And the fabric choices, like this faux brocade on her skirt, the construction of the jacket that it actually is lined at a playline level, she is incredible. I really she blew me away. She was unexpected because I had no idea she was coming out in 2024. So she just kind of came on the scene and was like, "You are taking me home." And I said, "Okay, I guess." Definitely my favorite playline doll that I got this year. She's just incredible. They just put so much effort into her. Why can't they put this effort into Dracula's shoes? I'm not gonna get over this. And she has one of my favorite Monster High pets in her little Union cloudy floating dog. He's super cute.
I just have to pause the video right here because the freakiest thing happened. I was putting up the brackets for the shelves to, stabilize them. This was after I filmed this video. And I was reorganizing a couple things, and I have, the plushies on the floor in the closet. And I'm digging under one of them, and all of a sudden, I feel something. And it's this. Jennifer's sketchbook. I don't know where it came from. You guys saw it was not where it was supposed to be in the box. I even shook the box around to show you that it wasn't loose in the box. I don't know how that got there. It's so freaky. I have two theories. One is that Santa left it for me. The other one is just that somehow when I put the box in the closet until I was ready to review it, the sketchbook was like, I don't know, must have been sticking out of the packaging somehow. And then it fell out, but I didn't notice it when I picked the box up. But I'm more inclined to go with the Santa theory. So, thanks, Santa. Merry Christmas, I guess.
So that was the Playline category for the dolls that I bought this year. Finally, we are going to move on to the Collector Doll category. And there's not that many in this category, but I feel, like I said earlier, it's more fair to compare them to each other than it is to compare them to the regular Playline dolls, so they get their own spot. So there's 5 in this group, and number 5 is another Monster High doll, Lenore Lumington, who's flopping all over from her stand. I really like her. I know the general consensus among the collector community is that she wasn't that good, but I really like her. And I think I'm biased because I love Victorian aesthetics, so her having this gorgeous Victorian era dress with this long train, oh, I love it. I love the glitter application here of the garden with bats and everything and spooky dying plants. I like that she's a ghost also because I really like ghost characters. I just, I do see why she's not more liked because they could have done a little more. I would have liked it if she was glow in the dark. Like, the only thing that was glow in the dark was the candle in her lantern. I wish that they had made, like, glow in the dark streaks in her hair, made her skin glow, made her other accessories glow. And also, I would have liked a little more detail on the chains that she's wearing, the vines, I guess. There's flowers in there. They could have painted the flowers, but yeah. If they had made some of her plastic accessories glow in the dark too, that would have been great. But I like her shoes. She looks like she's walking on smoke or mist because she kind of wandered into the garden and then never left. I overall think she's gorgeous. I mean, I like her face too a lot. She's got that spooky, ghostly pallor and the dark areas around her eyes, the super dark lipstick, the sparkly tears coming down. I personally really like her. Was she worth $75? No, but how many of the Mattel Creations dolls really are worth what they are listed as? Well, we'll get to that later. But they could have priced her a little lower, or they could have put more effort into her. For the other 4 dolls in this category, it's very, very close. So what I'm gonna put in number 4 is Enchanted Elegance Ariel. I think she has such a beautiful face. You know, Ariel just has a beautiful doll face. It's very mature though for Ariel. It doesn't really look like classic Ariel. I think part of the reason why I'm gonna put her here is because I don't know if she was worth $75, but again, you know, Mattel Creations. And part of that is because of this satin that they used, which I get it. They had to make a stiff fabric for the design they were going for, but when I opened it and I felt how thin and papery it was, I was kind of like, that kind of ruins it a little bit for me. Not enough that I wish I had never gotten her, but you know, it just doesn't feel as nice as a flowy, soft satin. I still love the design. I mean, they took a mermaid gown and they actually made it interesting instead of just a plain old mermaid gown with this whole swirling thing, with the way that they did the seashell top into a big fanning piece. She has the gorgeous coral jewelry with the pearly elements, and even her shoes are cute, and you can't even see them, but she has some really nice shoes. And they did add the little like extra fin piece underneath the skirt, so I would say she wasn't really worth the $75, but she's still a very beautiful, beautiful doll, and has only increased my love for Ariel dolls, meaning that if any more come out, I will probably be trying to get them. The next one, number 3, today, I'm gonna be putting as Pink Premier Barbie from Club 59, who was a Club 59 exclusive doll that came out when they rebranded the Barbie Signature Club. She is just fabulous! Oh my gosh. So this is the kind of satin that I'm talking about. It's smooth, it's a little weighted. I mean, she has lining in here that also makes it drape a little bit more, but it's just nicer. It feels nicer and thicker. She's got the Odile face. Come on. It's hard to beat this face. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous face. Plus, she's got the blue tinted pupils, like the Superstar Barbie mold. She's very nostalgic for that reason because of the way they did her eyes. And she was $50. So I think for $50 with the quality of the outfit and then the face, and she has super, super long hair too. Way, way more worth it. I really like her. All right, number 2. When I originally did the video, I did put her number 1, but I think I've changed my mind a little bit on this. But today I'm feeling number 2 is Purple Dress Ariel for the 35th anniversary of the movie, which I bought on the Disney Store website, even though she's a Mattel doll. And then I think she was available on Mattel Creations after that, if I'm not mistaken. She was $50, and again, I feel like she was pretty worth her $50. She is so pretty. She is much more classic Ariel, and I didn't even realize when I was reviewing her until I started doing the editing that she has kind of a highlighter going on her face. I guess to make it look more like she's been splashed with water and everything. And I love that they finally made this dress, because I always loved this dress at the end of the movie. I mean, I love the blue dress. The village dress is my favorite, but this one has always been a close second. And they took it and they upgraded it by adding the jellyfish details on the side there, and then so it looks like she's walking on the water. They gave her the water shoes, they gave her the little water thing around her wrist, and then of course again we got to go back to the face. Gorgeous face. And the fabric that they used, they gave her a little train, but it's so sparkly. I haven't found a permanent spot for her, so in the meantime, she's on the highest shelf up there, which thankfully did not get knocked down by the cat. So the light from the closet hits her, so when I come in to pick out clothes for the day and the light hits her and she's sparkling, I'm like, she's so pretty. I love what they did to design her. They really brought that dress and the moment in the movie to life. Even the way she was packaged was just perfect for the movie scene. The only thing that I wasn't fond of was the big splash collar, but as you can see, I put it around her feet, so it looks like she's walking on water. And I think it fits really well there, so that's where it's going to stay. So again, if you've been keeping track, that means my number 1 pick, and I changed my mind to this because objectively speaking, I really think she is the best out of the collector dolls that I've gotten. Quality-wise, design-wise, a recent one that I just reviewed not that long ago, the Bob Mackie Holiday Angel number 3, the last in the Holiday Angel series from Mattel Creations. I love her. She's gorgeous. My supervillain turned angel. The only thing I wasn't a fan of was her headpiece, but once you take that off, she is the perfect holiday angel. She also has a really nice, soft, flowy kind of satin. I love the brocade fabric that's supposed to look like Christmas ornaments. She's got her giant sparkly wings that you can position in different ways. The dangly earrings. She's got the plated jewelry, and everything goes together. Her color scheme with the silver, red, and green, and then her face is just so beautiful. Again, she's like super sassy for an angel. Objectively speaking, she is just a really excellent doll. And because of the quality of the materials that they use and the design, I think she really is worth her money. And I've been enjoying looking at her throughout the holiday season. I will be sad to not be able to see her until next December, but I mean, she really doesn't fit in with my everyday aesthetics. She is so gorgeous, highly deserving of #1 spot in the collector category, and just overall the #1 doll for this year. Super, super fabulous. That is my top whatever, I don't know, however many dolls that I bought this year. That's however many numbers there were on this list. Blech, can't talk anymore. Before concluding, I wanted to kind of talk about going forward into 2025. I am still going to be making videos, but I want also to take a little more time for me and projects that I've wanted to do outside of YouTube and Etsy. Etsy takes up a lot of my time, so I'm gonna be pulling back a little from that, and also to give more time and energy to projects that I could then make into videos. I think I might pull back to every other week for posting. You know, sometimes there's been weeks where I'm like, oh my god, I don't have anything for this week, what am I gonna do? And I feel like guilty about it, and I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to feel like I can't do something else that I wanted to do because I need to make a video. And you guys have been super understanding every time that I've like disappeared randomly, so I hope that you guys will also understand about this. But like I said, there's projects that I could do that would take longer to make into a video that, you know, would require maybe an every other week kind of upload schedule. I'm not like disappearing forever. Not doing that. We're still gonna have videos. It's just gonna be a little more spaced out, and that'll make me feel less too like I have to buy something just to make a video, you know? Here's hoping for a really good 2025 with some excellent dolls coming out and me being a little less stressed. And of course, thank you so much for last year and all of the comments and watching and liking and, you know, just being there, subscribing. I appreciate you guys so much. It's still fun to have a little community that we can talk about doll stuff with, and I feel like I've really gotten to know a lot of you guys that are consistent commenters, and even if you're not a consistent commenter, I still appreciate that you watched the video. Another goal I'd like to do is more live streams, which I've said in the past. But if I don't have to sit and film a video, then maybe I can take more time for live streaming. We'll see how it goes, but as always, let me know what you thought of my ranking of all the dolls. Did you get any of these dolls this year? And if you did, where would you have ranked them in your list? Or if you didn't get any of these, and you have a ranking of other dolls you got, I would love to see that as well. So put whatever in the comments down below. If you agree, disagree, whatever, but just keep it respectful, which I know you guys will. And as always, thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends, and until next time in the year 2025, which we're already in, goodbye!